Dad, how many podcasts have you been on?
None.
This has got to at least be his 100th.
I remember when we were flying down to Puerto Rico right before the pandemic hit in 2020. I think I showed you the podcast app.
Yes.
Yeah, and just like how it worked for the first time, and got you locked in on one. I've done that with a few people.
You're going to be highly requested after this.
Right.
We're going to have like, you're going to have a business manager. I'll do that. I'll be like, you know what? He's taking at least $5,000 now.
Get paid for appearances?
Yeah.
Do they pay people to be on podcasts, Dave? Do you know some of them if they do that?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I
Nothing
reached
the
out.
public would know. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe if you want someone that
you get like an appearance fee.
Yeah, maybe. But
Get
most
some
people
views.
Probably not. They're usually trying to promote something they're doing, right? So they're
Yeah.
they're probably begging to be on a podcast.
You got to start selling something now. You got to figure out what you're going to sell. High premium golf clubs.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Well, so we've got my dad on. This is his first podcast. Been wanting to have him on for a while. We're kind of trying to pick a right time to do it, and this is as good as any. We just got signed up for HYROX in the fall. I don't know how many people we actually ended up getting signed up for that.
If everyone that I think gets in, because some people got closed out of the early sign up.
I just talked to Sean, and he got closed out.
Okay.
But I did tell him that doesn't mean you're out.
Right. Now it just goes to open registration. Should be like 33 to 34 of us.
Wow.
Yeah. So it'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
That's a big participation.
Yeah. I'll go into Boston.
Yeah. It's a good way. I really like that with these events. It's like a way to have, like, you can go, they're always in a cool city.
Yeah.
So you can go visit a cool city, build it around a fun, like, fitness event that you're training for, and then, go out to dinner, have fun, see the city, but it's built around like this kind of like fun fitness thing that is pretty inclusive.
Yeah. They have different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do the relays, you can do the teams, you can go individual. They have like, the high end pro stuff, but they're doing something right because these things are selling out in like 30 seconds.
It's predictable. You know what you're getting yourself into, but now it's pretty competitive. They have worlds, they have professional, levels. But then, it's like all different. It's like almost like CrossFit used to be. And if you're competing, you could kind of, like what the open is, so many people can do it. So it's neat. And whatever level you are, you're going to walk in and you're not probably going to be the best and you're not probably going to be the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. I've seen a lot of like inspirational stuff now. People are using it to like lose weight, and saw like a story. He was 300 pounds and, he saw the HYROX thing a year or two ago and he's lost 100 pounds and, he's done a couple of them and he's dropping 10 minutes and he's really into it. And it's like everyone needs something.
Right.
To kind of motivate them to train. And,
I saw this just for the record. I was the one that was driving this. Brandon's like, we really need another thing to do.
Yeah. Kate.
I'm like, yes. And let's travel to a different city.
What's the best city this place will be at? Yeah.
So Dad, you've been here working out now consistently for, is it a year and a half now?
Yeah.
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
But this is the first, you had to have a surgery during the open.
Right.
So we didn't get to do that this year, like a minor little surgery then. But this will be the first like targeted like fitness event thing that you've pretty much ever done, right?
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Like at any point in time.
And at 68, right?
Yes, I'll be 69 in November.
Very cool. So like you haven't, I'm trying to think because I'm like, I can't remember anything outside of our horseshoe tournaments,
Right.
golfing,
Golf.
tournaments, lots of that, but nothing with like a focus fitness
Right.
type of thing.
Right.
So this is going to be new to you. Are you nervous for it?
Not really.
Not yet. No, not really.
Not really.
Okay.
I just know I got to train a little bit more
Yeah.
for it,
Yep.
which will be cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
He knows the pain I put him through. It's probably going to be much worse. He's like, look at my trainer.
It's the running too, because coming into this, you know, you've got some miles on your body, 40 some years working as an electrician, 30. How many did you work for Jess Howard?
30.
So 30 there, which was pretty
Brutal.
Yeah, like labor intensive, hard construction site.
Can you explain to us like what your day would be like? I mean, I know it varied, but maybe give us maybe a normal day and like one of the worst days. Because Brandon has told me, but I want to hear in your words.
A typical day?
Yeah.
A typical day is probably leaving the house around 5:36.
Put that up just a little
Getting
bit.
to the job site, and it's always outside, 365. All dependent on what phase of the job we were at, but usually in a trench, installing pipe, pulling wire, high voltage wire, building substations. It was pretty labor intensive. You got to work out every day.
Not only that, but you said high voltage wire, so you probably had to be really freaking careful for 10 hours straight, right?
Absolutely.
So your nervous system was probably like shit.
It's when you came home, you never talked about it. You know, the less you said, the better off you were because you didn't want your family to worry.
Yeah.
And you got hurt a few times too.
Yeah.
Like
shock,
fairly major injuries.
shocked
Like,
or
well, that, but talk us through so you had a couple falls.
One was we were putting this factory together, and I was probably 25 feet in the air on an extension ladder. They had just painted the floor, and the ladder kicked out from underneath me, and I fell backwards and fractured my skull.
oh jeez.
That was pretty hairy. Then we were building a sub at.
Did you have to get staples for that? What did they do for that?
They didn't.
Just let it heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one was we're building a substation, and I was bolting a piece of steel up to a structure, and it was a brace. I don't know how to explain it. Like an A-frame brace, but it hung out over the steel like this. I was bolting a piece, the crane swung over, and I was bolting a piece together, and the piece I was sitting on snapped at the base, and I fell down, and I tore all the ligaments in my right knee, the ACL, the MCL, and that was a long recovery. That was probably, oh my goodness, 45 years ago.
How many? You were out of work for 3 months, weren't you?
Yeah.
3 or 4 months.
Yeah. They put it all back together, and it was something.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's the one that stuck with you, kind of.
Yes.
Permanently. Now, is that the same leg that you ended up tearing your hamstring on when you were water skiing?
No.
That's your other leg?
Yeah, that was my left leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do remember that. Your leg kicked out from underneath you.
I was probably 40. I was probably your age. And water skiing after work, we were out of town, and we were close to a buddy's house, and he had a boat. we went out, and I used to water slalom ski a lot when I was younger, and I said, man, this is a piece of cake, and hit the wake at a weird angle and tried to save it, and just tore that hamstring. I mean, I heard it, and it was bad. Finally went to the doctor. I tried to stay at work and couldn't. I was just crawling. And finally went home and went to the emergency room, and they said, there's nothing we can really do. Unless you were a professional athlete, there's nothing we can do. You just got to let it heal. So
what Mandy told me, because I kind of described that injury to her, because they've looked at your hamstring. So they're like, what that did is it completely, that part of your that hamstring tore all the way off. It rolled up into your ass, and then it basically just it like atrophies and goes away. So that part of that muscle in your leg is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like, instead of, they can do a reattachment, but you didn't do anything for that. So it just,
was it 2 out of the 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So like one
have
part of it
something
just it rolled up and it's gone.
I used to be able to feel like a small
Yeah,
football.
like scar tissue.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wow.
So I remember it because we had this like father-son baseball game thing, and he was a good athlete, and he played with us all the time. And I was really excited for him to we were playing like a whole game, but he did that right before it, and it was starting to get better. And I remember right before that, you banana peeled it in the shower, completely slipped and fell. And I remember hearing that, and then it almost was like you did it again, because then it you were right there, and then I just remember it was like a couple more months.
That always
of
happens
it
with
again.
hamstrings.
Yeah.
I feel like you get real clumsy.
Yeah.
And
So with the injuries though, that stuff sticks with you. So when you get back into training, when you're not that aware of your body and you're not training, you took your job at Denison. That one was a lot easier on your body, which was a good retirement job to have the last 15 years that you were working. And so you weren't banging yourself up. But through that, it deconditioned you a bit as you were getting older. So you're not working physically as hard. You're fixing light bulbs and doing things that aren't as labor intensive. So we get back in here and we start working out. And so some of those things start to wake up.
Yeah.
Right. So what types of things were you feeling when you were first getting back into
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
and you've never really worked out structurally
in a
before.
focused way.
No.
Yeah.
I had I'm sure a few shoulder injuries in my days in the field, and one right towards the end of my career at Denison, and that one's bothered me a little bit working out.
What I just see is a lot of tightness, probably just from holding your arms in this position, being fixed for hours working on stuff.
Well, I think his shoulder got hurt pretty bad, and he just didn't use it, and it healed in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah, almost bound up.
Yeah, and just you just don't use it or move it through these
Yeah.
ranges of motion, and then it just starts to kind of lock up around it. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what we talked about, I remember.
You see me when we're doing the dumbbell.
Yeah, the
Overhead.
overhead.
That one
Yeah,
arm is tougher.
Yes, it's really much tougher.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I injured it pretty good. What we were doing was I was helping a plumber break a union loose, and I was holding one end of it. He's a pretty big boy, and he's breaking it loose, and I got a hold of this thing, and my boss is kind of right there too, and we just hear a pop. And I said, oh, my goodness. It didn't kill me right then, but I knew it was going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it hurt for at least a month and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what popped, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good,
We'll take you down to a bioaccelerator if we ever go again.
probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Have to
Yeah.
Brandon get his shoulders done. Have to move your shoulders through someone has to be there to keep moving your shoulders around.
Those girls who were the PTs, so they'd shoot you up with stem cells, and your joints, like, you can't hardly move. Like, I couldn't, like, take my shirt off. Now, it's just only like a day or two, but they, like, you know, they're like, you know, yelling at you in Spanish and, like, moving your arms, and, like,
You
they're
have to have
funny.
someone that,
Yeah, they're like
they're
busting
intense.
your balls.
I didn't want to go back to my second one. I was like, I want to skip this one. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
So you've got a hamstring, which that barked at you early on.
Yes, running.
You kind of pulled it when we're running, but that's gotten better.
Yeah. Shoulders getting better. Still, I wish I had more strength, but it's getting there.
It is. Yeah.
Can attest to that.
And you've got, you're working on a knee replacement on that old knee injury that you hurt at work.
Right. I got it after the knee surgery, the original knee surgery. I had a knee replacement probably 15 years ago.
And then you're doing great with squats, and that knee replacement's done real well for you.
Yes.
Yep.
It has.
That really seems like that's I know how that was really bothering you. So your body's coming together. About how much weight have you lost?
15 to 17 pounds. And
okay.
I want to lose another at least 10.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I think you can. I think training for this, as long as we do it like strategically and we don't take your volume up too soon, just very gradually. I'm going to kind of have a plan for the group. So so everybody knows like what he's doing the relay version of HYROX. So it's, you run, two legs, which each is 1,000 meters. So you'll run 2,000 meters, kilometers, 2,000 kilometers total, and do 2 different stations. Each of the stations is kind of designed to be around like 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah. You'll do 2,000 meters total, not 1 kilometer.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
2,000 would be a lot.
Yes. Sorry. I'm not
running
thinking.
to Europe and back.
Yeah. 5K. Yeah. 2,000 meters. Yes. 2,000 meters total. And so it's anywhere between like 15 to like 25 minutes of work, is what you're looking at. The individuals end up running 5 miles, which is 8 kilometers, I believe,
Correct.
and then 8 different stations.
Yep.
And then we're doing the doubles, where the doubles, the partners run together. So it's still...
You do all the running.
we do all the running together and split the stations. Yep. So it's pretty inclusive. It's really neat. But I just thought it was really cool that I was open to doing it, and he was like, kind of like not the biggest deal. And just for someone that hasn't ever worked out before, coming in at what, you were 60, 66 at the time. Yeah. Okay. Can you walk us through why did you decide to start training?
I knew it was time, and just getting older and knowing that I needed to have a healthier lifestyle to make sure I lived. That was it. My son passed away a year and a half ago, and this was a way that I could spend more time with my oldest son and try to work out some of the grief that I've been working through. So, and it's helped. It's really helped.
It's helped me too.
My wife's been CrossFitting for 15 years, and it's brought us closer together too. So it's really a way that we found that helps us a lot.
Well, the whole family's working out together. Like, so we're going on these trips a couple times a year to Puerto Rico.
Thank you for sharing that, Al. I know
Yeah.
that's tough.
And it's been really cool. We kind of started this whole thing in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
You know, and we kind of started doing this actually before Alex passed in Puerto Rico. We started for the first time, kind of like the big family workouts, me,
Well,
you.
and let's talk about like the common thread of Puerto Rico, because I think it's a neat story, like how that even came on anyone's radar, because it came on Alex's radar through your dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your dad, Al, built a house there in the 90s, right?
In late 80s,
Oh, okay.
90s.
Okay.
It's probably started in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And
When did Alex wanted to go visit him there?
and it was before
Alex may have gone down around like 2014.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty early. I thought it was like right after we got married. He got married that same year. Yeah, it was
he went right around then. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the first time, and he really fell in love with it right away.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember them having a blast.
Because it was off my
Yeah.
radar. You know, Grandpa
Yeah.
had been down there, but it was a really far trip. Dave's been down, so he understands the whole thing a little bit as well. And it was just totally off my radar. But I remember when Alex went, he was like, you know, called me from down there, and he's like, Brandon, you have to get down here. He's like, this is awesome. He's like, I love it down
cool.
here.
When you first told me about it, I'm like, wait, we got to fly into San Juan, then drive 2.5
Yeah.
But it's so neat. It's so different. The vibe is just so chill. It's really, it's a surf town. So it's the west coast of Puerto Rico, and they're known a lot for their surfing. So not everyone there is a surfer, but they've kind of got that cool, laid back vibe.
Yep.
So Alex started going down there, and then he brought you guys did a trip
So
together.
then we did a trip.
Yes.
It was right before COVID, so much to the point where that was the first time I'd ever seen anyone wearing a mask, really. And like one guy was wearing it on the plane when we were on our way down. And I remember hearing a little murmuring about it in the airports. Just people were like, have you heard of this thing going on in China and like this and that? It was not, I mean, I'd heard that, you know, we had heard stuff like the bird flu and, you know, things like that in the 90s. So you just assumed that was all that was going to be. But me and him went down there and visited Alex, who had just started, he had stayed down there all winter. And we had a blast. We had a blast. It was like one of the best trips I've ever taken. We had a great time. And then it was like, okay, we got to keep doing this.
Yeah. And it's neat because he's brought like the whole family down there.
Yep.
And so now we go down with our kids. And we went down the first time, like you and I together, to meet them without the kids. But now we bring the kids. We work out on the rooftop. We got some bands and stuff. We got Alan, your dad and your mom to go to the gym. Your dad went to the gym for the first time at another CrossFit gym.
Yep.
That was cool. And the CrossFit gym that we interviewed the owner at, they're amazing too down there. But it's neat because it's kind of bringing the whole family through like wellness. There's a real steep hill you can run, you know.
Oh my goodness.
We got a little workout. I think you guys ran like the full hill, right?
Well, it's the side street that gets like
You guys
the
did.
real steep
just
one.
the hill, just to go from the street up to where your place is. That's a long steep drive. That would be a tough run.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I've seen people do that. Oscar and I walk for coffee and walk up.
Yeah,
that every day,
we did that when we were there. But yeah, me and Dave did and we always do that.
Yeah.
We'll do like backwards walks and sprints and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
That little coffee cart and the food truck there, that's really nice at the end of the driveway.
Yeah. We go there. Oscar and I go there every day. Now the kids are into like on vacation. They know they can get coffee, like little coffees. And they're like, I can feel it. Look at my energy. So now like on Saturdays, they want a little cappuccino from Starbucks. They think they're like cool. But yeah, it's neat. It's like the whole family is kind of coming together through almost like through like the, fitness and our love for the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. And Puerto Rico, and it kind of all tied in together, and it allows us to all do stuff together because we make it a part of the, we build it in as part of the day.
Right.
And
Alex's partner, Amy, has a place where they stayed, and it's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
They've got a pool.
Yeah.
Stop by there, that place.
Yep.
It's really nice, yeah.
They got the chicken place. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
The
And
good
some
chicken place.
great chicken across the street.
Yeah.
But that's really fun to go.
Yeah.
That was Alex's favorite place in the world to go to.
Yeah. Well, Al, so
you're right. Keep going. I got it.
you train in my group now, and so that transition I think was a little scary for you going because you started off personal training with Brandon.
Yes.
And then going into the group, I really could see that. I thought it would be like a more of a challenge for you, and then good like socially. Can you talk about that? Like the just how the group has changed things.
I really, both Diane and I really like everybody in the group. It's
Even
really,
Jim?
yeah.
I'm just joking.
it's really fun just to catch up with each other and see what everybody's doing and talk to them. I really like it. I like it a lot, more than I ever thought I would, or I didn't really even think about it. I just did it, and it's been great, really good.
Yeah, that social aspect I think is really underrated.
That's
gym
like
culture.
with that study that Mandy, I don't know if you guys saw that study she posted on her story last week. It was basically like what predicts longevity, what activity predicts longevity or enhances it the most. And there's like all different types of like whether it's a normal, just like Lobo gym membership, and all these different types of activities. Tennis got rated number 1 because of the social aspect. And then it's just a variety of activities that you do. So like not just having one modality, not just weight training or weight training and cardio and stretching and, just mixing it up all the time. So, and then so much of that I think relates back to like our mental state. And it reminds me of the podcast where Dave, we were talking about, we were featuring you and kind of talking about like the different type of workouts that you do. And you're like, I just like to keep it fresh. And this is speaking to me now, but you kind of take like all of your training you've ever done and kind of combine it. It's almost like the flows that you see sometimes people do, just like the body flows or whatever. And it's neat. It's just like constantly varying it. And I think what's cool is that I guess like we keep seeing study after study comes back to in life, like how much socialization matters to you. But when you're going through a hard time, you don't want to be around anyone. It's so like exact I mean, I think you need that time alone a little bit, but for the most part, you need people. And I mean, I think that's really brave of you, Al, to like come into like a whole new environment at the gym and spend time with Brandon, and then even being open to like a group where these guys have been working out together for a while. You didn't know exactly what their fitness level was, but just being brave enough to do something at this point where most people are packing it up. They're like, I'm not doing anything fucking new. Like, I mean,
I'm especially not doing anything that's going to kill me every time I'm finished.
Right.
What I have really noticed, and I've talked to Brandon about this, and he said, you wouldn't have known this unless you would have been through. It's about how you're aware of your body. And the reason I get choked up is because I think about my younger son, how well he was doing. And Brandon and I have talked about how we wished he could have taken the next step and made this truly a part of his life, you know, but which I think he was working on, but he never really got the chance to put it all together.
Yeah.
What I was talking about was how you get really aware of your body, how it reacts and how you feel, and it gets to be a habit coming to the gym. If I wouldn't come to the gym, I'd really be missing something just in my daily doing. And it's made a big difference in my life. It really has. I know I feel much better, and I've really changed a lot of the habits that I used to have. Like, I hardly drink alcohol at all anymore. If I do,
which is a big deal. I remember I was trying to get Diane. You guys would be pretty moderate. Brandon and Diane are very good at being moderate. Al and I sometimes we can, but yeah, I remember I was trying to get Diane to take a month off drinking with me, and she was doing it. And then I was like, Brandon, I'm going to try to get your dad. And he's like, good luck, man. I don't think Dad's missed a day in 50 years. And I remember you were like, yeah, why not? And that's just kind of like the attitude you've had with all this. And now you're motivating Diane like, well, okay, Al's not having a drink now. Like, I'm not going to. And it's just really cool to see you guys motivate each other. But do you feel like it's easier when you can feel how your body feels better when you're not?
Yes, I've been able to tell a lot.
What do you notice the most, like when you don't have drinks for a while with your body?
I was thinking about this too. Probably the inflammation.
Yeah, and like your ankles, your knees.
Yes.
Yeah,
shoulders,
your knees. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's the inflammation, I think. And you don't have a headache anymore either.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as if I would drink as much to have a hangover.
Right. It's just a low level of dehydration.
Yes.
Which I have this theory that maybe not like all men, but most men don't have enough water to drink and are chronically dehydrated. Like, I think back, I was just telling my mom this. My dad would have these horrible migraines, and I'm like, he was just dehydrated for like 25 years. He would drink coffee. He'd drink coffee in the morning, especially when he was farming. He'd drink coffee in the morning. He'd come in for lunch and have iced tea. Then at night, he would probably have a Pepsi. All day long, he's only drinking liquids that dehydrate him more. And I was just talking about this with my mom, so pissed to hear this, that she's talking like they're talking in front of his doctor, and she's trying to get him my dad to realize that drinking coffee only dehydrates you more. And his doctor's like, a liquid's a liquid, it counts. And I'm like, but yeah, I think guys tend to have a harder time. I don't know what it is about drinking a lot of, maybe it's just like another task to do or something, but I think, I know you'll chug yours. Chelsea's told me that you'll just like pick up like a gallon and just like, fuck it, I gotta chug all this.
I mean, sometimes, but sometimes I'd rather just like. You
don't savor your water?
I will, like during the day sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get it in, just like fill it up, and then 2 hours later do another one. Whatever. Yeah. So whatever, just get it in you, whatever works.
Yeah.
But
it becomes like, it really just becomes like a thing that you're used to, where you notice, man, I feel a little dehydrated. I feel this. And you've changed your diet a lot. We're still working on that in the frequency, because I think that's what's hard for a lot of people. Like when you're used to, you probably would eat once or twice a day, especially when you were working, right? You'd probably get up, you'd have coffee, go straight into work, maybe take a late lunch break, come home later at night and have dinner, and you just get your body used to that. Then stopping to even have a snack seems annoying. But, that's, I think we had talked about like you dropping that next 10 pounds. Right. It's really becoming so just discipline, hitting those meals and the frequency. So you're not hungry, you're not overeating, but it's annoying.
It is annoying.
I think the training and the group, though, all of that is the teeth. It's sort of the teeth to it, in a way where it makes all those things work and jive where you can get a lot done with your diet, nutrition, sleep, and going for a walk or whatever it is. Like you can lose some weight and you can do things that way. But a hard workout, really, when you're staring that in the face every day, it makes you want
to take care of yourself.
It does.
Yeah.
You don't want to have that heavy meal. You
Yeah.
don't want to drink a bunch of wine before you go to bed, because you know if you're staring that in the face the next day, it's going to be horrible.
Now in my 20s, I didn't pay attention to any of that. But now I'm like, I was supposed to hang out with a friend next weekend. She's like, I have us down for the 15th. And I'm like, oh, no. I've got to run the next day. Like, I cannot do that now. It has to be after I do this, like with the whole group and try to keep up with everybody. Where, like, man, I think my best 5K time still I think I was drunk when I was running. I literally do. I think I finished and I was like, man, I just like sweated out the last of the alcohol and let's go get brunch, you know?
Yeah, that 20s toughness starts to fade a little bit.
It starts to wear on you and it ages you.
Yeah.
How many wrinkles are from my 20s pushing through that?
Yeah. It's cool though, and it's hard to see it step by step, but it's what you have to do is like go back to the beginning and you're like, you know, your first couple workouts where we were doing, you know, I think I remember the first workout I had you do, and it wasn't like, we had an empty bar. We were doing like pin pulls with the lightest band.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just started that, just a little hinge work, little bit of dumbbells, maybe some bands, like, and that probably kind of half wrecked you, you know, for the day. And then that wouldn't even be a warm up now, you know, what we were doing, like that first, you know, couple weeks. But it's like you always want to get really far, but you got to go back to the beginning. Like, oh man, like that's where we started here, you know.
I can feel myself getting stronger.
Yeah.
Every week.
And you have so much more range of motion too. And so it's cool, like, just to even see, like, I'm thinking back to when we, like, as you trained with Brandon to begin with, then when he came to the group, Brandon was so worried because you have these hamstring injuries, like, don't mess him up. And we like argue about you, like you're our kid. Like, no, I think he needs to do this. But it's neat. Like, we each have a purpose. Like, Brandon's like, listen, I want him to come in here. I want to build confidence. Let's work through range of motions he feels confident with. And then when I see you, I just see, I'm really big on like working through all range of motions and planes and being able to have like full function. So it was probably hard in a lot of ways because you had to take some weight off, but now we're going 5 inches deeper on your squats. Like, he's squatting to the 12-inch box now to get warmed up. And he does like 2 sets of 15. Then he does that even with the kettlebell, which is pretty awesome. How many 68-year-olds do you know that can squat to a 12-inch box? You know, and then just working through, like, he'll hang from a bar today and do knees to chest. And it's really neat to see that. And he loves when we do yoga on vacation. Those are his favorite days.
Oh, I hate yoga.
He's so nice about it, though, but I can tell he's MFing me. He's like, geez, we don't have time for yoga today. We got to get to the next thing. I've already planned it out. We got to go.
I know it's really good for me. And Diane loves yoga, so I work my way through it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are working out together, and I really like that too, because it's something that she did for, 13 years before you got into it. And
she's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, she's a semifinalist in CrossFit, and, she's super into it, but it's really cool that, you eventually took that leap, and then you're just completely like started to keep momentum going. And what's cool is Drake's dad's going to be on you guys' team, and he got into it right about the same time. He's close in age. I think he's maybe a year or two younger than you.
Yeah. But
he got into it same sort of way, same sort of time. So it's cool that like the coaches, like we've got, you know, our parents involved and making the whole thing like a family affair. It's like and again, like with everything with Alex, it's a really healing thing for our family, and it keeps us really close. It keeps us seeing each other almost every day. Big. And that's like as important as anything. It keeps us all together as a family. And he helps out like with all the maintenance here, you know. And
something I want to say, I mean, it is, Diane's she's so amazing. She has so much discipline and she's done it for years. But what's neat is to see someone take something on so late in life out, and it's almost like you're unlocking, or maybe you always knew it. I don't even know if you knew that about yourself or realize it now, but you're unlocking like your superpowers. Like you are fearless. You will not think about something and just go do it. And then once you've committed to it, you're pretty freaking mentally strong and tough. And you probably knew that in your work environment, but to see that be able to transfer into something else, I think you don't even realize that. Yeah. And what's neat is like, I can feel that and see that in you, and I'm pushing you. But before I do it, I'll let Brandon know, like, hey, I'm gonna have your dad do this. And he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Your dad's way more badass than you realize. Just give him a second. I bet he'll rise to the occasion, whether it's not drinking, whether it's, doing this HYROX challenge. I mean, would you have ever thought he would agree to do something like this?
No.
And it's in a different city. It's his whole, it's really neat to see that in someone and allow, like, it's just a different environment that they're in where you can allow that to pop up to the surface and so late in life and to discover things. So cheers to you, Al, with our waters.
Yes.
Yeah, Dad. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thank you for training me, and I really appreciate it.